score. Now at 150. And starting to come now into some of the really tough weights where Navy has strength and Lehigh does not have strength. Now at 150, Paul Radomski on the mat, 17-5-1, Dobbs Ferry, New York. Chad Watkins, 8-8-1 from Ocean, New Jersey. And the job that Chad Watkins did against Frank Ryan of Iowa State the last time they wrestled. The last bout for Watkins is certainly the high point of the season for Watkins. He defeated the Iowa State wrestler 5-4 in the last 5 seconds of the bout. But as we mentioned, this is really where Navy begins to pick up strength. Radomski 17-5. At 167, Tierney is 11-3. Neff at 177 is 13-7. Scott Kelly is 22-0 at 190. And Lehigh does not have a legitimate 190. Mike Ekberg wrestles up there, but Mike really is a 177 or 67.
2 minutes left, first period in this 150-pound weight class.
And then John Devine will wrestle heavyweight for Navy. He's 15-7. So Lehigh had to build up a big score to hang on.
Radomski is a defending Eastern champion, surprising everybody last year and coming through with a victory at 150. So he's the defending Eastern champions, and of course the Easterns this year will be held down at Princeton, New Jersey. Johnny Johnson, the host coach. All 16 teams will be there. Temple, of course, as you know, has dropped the sport of wrestling, unfortunately, and but Rutgers University has stepped in to be the 16th school.
And I'm telling you, Tommy Bolt is bringing a good Brown team this year.
I'm happy to know that. Army is, a lot of people are talking about pre-meet favorites. Navy did the trick last year, the defending team champion. But Army seemingly has a good balanced lineup. So does Lehigh at this point, barring any injuries. And so, looking at balance, Army, Navy, Lehigh.
Syracuse.
Well, Syracuse, supposedly, with a few injuries that they've suffered with lately, are not the same group that they had in December. So we'll wait and see what happens in March. Only a month away, and of course all the battling takes place now. 45 seconds left. First period, no score on the board. Watkins wrestled at Blair Academy as a computer science and architect major at Lehigh. Radomski majoring in marine engineering.
Lehigh out in front of Navy by a score of 15-0 at the moment, on the strength of 4 consecutive wins at 18, 26, 34, and 42.
Seconds.
2 regular decisions and 2 major decisions. And Larry, when you look back at the number of matches that we've televised that have been decided by a point here and there,
Good choice, Lehigh.
not to be frowned on when you can pick up a major decision where possible.
Of course, the freshest one in our minds this year was the Lehigh-Iowa battle, when it ended up was 18-17.
Lehigh lost to Iowa 18-17, and
2 situations where a point went both ways against Lehigh, with takedowns with 2 to 3 seconds left. Escape real quick for Radomski. He now leads by that 1 point. Just took him 4 seconds to make that move.
Chad Watkins, who really gives you a lot of wrestling action out there. He gives you the whole 7 minutes. He is a scrapper. 1.5 minutes to go, second period. 1-0 lead for Radomski. DeLorso, by the way, is the only senior in the Navy lineup. And of course, Jim Frick for Lehigh and Peter Yazzo are the 2 brown and white seniors.
May Watkins, and immediately Radomski's in, gets behind, and gains a takedown. Now leads by 3. Sprinkling of fans cheering for the academy here. One particular character I miss, who's no longer with us, is a former boss of mine, Tom Clark. Commander Clark was up here all the time working on me.
Here's that quick takedown, Larry.
Just a nice duck under, really. Chad was faked by the first move, and it was a nice follow-up. Goes up underneath on a sweep, picks up the leg, and works Watkins down. So Radomski now leads by 3. But I'm sure his son, who's another Academy graduate, Tom Clark Jr., who lived out in Pittsburgh, watches us as many times as he can out in the Pittsburgh area.
30 seconds.
Half a minute to go in the period.
25 seconds. You see it. There's the time on the remaining in the first period. Second period, excuse me.
15 seconds.
Time running out. The period looks like it will conclude with Radomski in command by a 3-0 score with about a minute riding time advantage.
Okay.
This bout, of course, is important. If there's a swing bout tonight, it's going to have to be the next one, because that is where Lehigh will bring some strength. And Tom Togus, 14-5, and Scott Schleicher will not wrestle for Navy. Aaron Peters will be in, but Peters is no slouch. He's 10-7 this year. Schleicher is 11-3. Had some arthroscopic surgery done on his knee. Will miss the match today.
Of course, he was another PIAA champion when he wrestled for Allentown.
No, he had it. He had it.
Allen High School. And there's a 2-point takedown. It's now 5-1.
A little bit of a track meet toward the end of the match and toward the end of the mat there. And Watkins got caught, and John Hosage properly said that he did bring him down with both knees inside.
Chad's in, but he's pancaked right to his back. And with 1:23 to go,
Watkins may get out of it.
but he's not out of it completely. Nice counter move. Watkins slowed up his move in underneath and gave Radomski enough reaction time to pancake him. And the assistant coach just said, let him up and do it again. So maybe, of course, down by 15, 6 points comes up quickly on the board.
Radomski feels he's better on his feet now, and here it is, Larry. This is the drop right here.
Well, he's in too far now, and then bang. You go in that far where your knee, when your head's far beyond your shoulder, almost like a dog pointing a pheasant. You get too far forward, you're out of control, and you're in trouble.
If he gets a takedown here, Larry, he will have enough for the major. So this is a very big final half a minute here. If Watkins can hold him off, he can save Lehigh a point.
But again,
but he's in on the leg, gets in the whizzer and gets out of it. Thad Turner just trying to urge his wrestler on rather than drop 4. He can save the team a point here if he manages to prevent the takedown, even though the bout is pretty much in the hip pocket of the Navy wrestler, Paul Radomski. And the stalling call, and that's enough to do it. That will give the major decision.
Well, he backed out.
And so the strategy goes up in smoke for Lehigh as the stalling call gives Navy the major. And it's 15-4 in favor of Lehigh on the victory by Paul Radomski, the first victory for a Navy wrestler today. But it's a big point. And right now,